Al, thanks for coming on the podcast today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, kind of a background of who you are, all of those things, just so the audience can understand? Then we'll dive into the questions about the restaurant business and why you love it so much.
Yes, so my name is Gjinika. I'm originally from Albania. We came in US like 12 years ago with my wife. And what we started is that we started both in the restaurant business, first as busboys. Then when I moved, because we first moved we lived in New Jersey.
Jersey, yeah. Okay.
We lived there for 6 months. I worked there as a busboy, construction too in the meantime.
Nice.
Then we moved here after 6 months.
Okay.
Because we didn't like it a lot in New York.
Tell me why you didn't like it so much in New York.
The people are not warm. People are cold. You don't see a lot of opportunities there. It looks like it's too tall, everything, and you can't reach those heights.
Interesting.
Yeah. Here in Chicago, we found ourselves more into this city. Nice, clean, modern touch on everything. We liked it. It feels like Europe here, where we're coming from.
That's really interesting because I actually lived in New York for about a year myself, and I found the same thing.
Yeah.
So I was born in Wisconsin. We're in Illinois here right now, Chicago. But I was born in Wisconsin, so Midwest originally. Yeah. Love the warm, family-oriented feeling that this place offers. Then I went to New York I was 18, 19 at the time, so between 18 and 19, and I felt the same thing. It was like there was no warmth, and it was crazy.
Yeah.
Then I moved to Miami, Florida for a little bit during COVID, and that was an incredible experience, right? Like the policy's good, the taxes are low, the weather's warm, everybody's healthy, but it lacked that family feel of the Midwest.
Yeah.
So really interesting. Okay.
Yeah. That's true. And I came here, I worked as a server. Always I've been working 2 jobs, as a server in the afternoon in a well-known Greek restaurant here in Lincolnwood. Its name is Sistaria. I'm
Okay.
proud to mention that, because I learned from that place a lot.
Okay, that's amazing.
Really good family-owned restaurant, that one.
Is it kind of on the main street right there? I forget what's...
Tui and Cicero.
Tui and... Okay.
Cicero.
I think I've passed it. I haven't ever been there, but one of my buddies, we just passed it, and he was like, you have to go here. It's really good.
I'm a really good friend with owners, really good people.
That's awesome.
And I learned from there. Then our next step was to have our own restaurant. And what we did, we bought an already established restaurant, same breakfast and lunch. It was kind of a chain, but family-owned. Experience, they were called. There's still a couple of them now. It was more before.
What was it called? I'm sorry.
Experience.
Experience.
Yeah.
Oh, EGGS.
Yes, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I've seen. Yeah, I think I've seen that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And we had a location in Mount Prospect.
Okay.
We bought that location. We kept that for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Then we sold it, and it was time for us to have our own brand, build it the way we want it in our own building. That's what we did here. That's why we moved here.
Nice.
But
So you're talking about moving from Mount Prospect to here. Okay. So Experience, sorry, it was a franchise or
family owned, but it was a couple of locations,
Okay, so okay, interesting. You've done a lot in the restaurant space.
Oh yeah. That's when you do a lot, you learn.
Right.
If
I
you
agree.
don't do, then you don't learn.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's a fine line between being a jack of all trades, master of none. I don't know if you've ever heard that expression.
Yeah, exactly. No, you should do something, stick with that, become better on that, learn left and right, and move on.
It sounds like you kind of picked the restaurant industry, but within the restaurant industry, it sounds like you did everything, but still with the main goal in mind of opening your own place or whatever the case is. Yes. We'll get to that, but I think a lot of people I want a restaurant on the side, or I want to do this on the side, and they have 6 different things. Okay, tell me a little bit more about why you can't do that.
The thing is that all this journey you learn from mistakes, from the disadvantages that you find on your way, that you move on. For example, being part of franchise, you can't change stuff. Not having your own building, they can play with the rent always, every year. And increasing the rent hurts you, hurts you a lot. So you should, as you move on, you should be more in control of these unpredicted, uncontrollable factors. That's what you do. You try to take control of uncontrollable factors.
Right. Predictability.
Exactly.
You know what to expect moving forward.
You know how much you're going to pay rent.
Right.
You know how you want your place to look like. You know what you want to include on the menu, what not to include, how to deal with customers. Because being part of franchise, you know, he can say the customer that, oh, I want on that location, but that location had it better, had it worse. And in a way, it doesn't give the customer the right image of your place that you want.
Very interesting.
Sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's good, but it's not what you want. So that's why we always had this as our project.
That's
and
very interesting.
We got lucky that here, when we bought the buildings, it was also a really well-known running pizza place as Phil's.
Ah, Phil's. Okay. Yeah. Really awesome. That's very, very interesting. Let's jump back into like the real estate side of things, because a lot of my audience is real estate heavy. I'm second generation real estate. Now, when you talk about having a restaurant and the landlord's raising your rents, right? Are they raising the rents on a percentage of sales, or are they raising it by a square footage basis? Like, what have you seen in general throughout your restaurant experience?
So when you move on to an already established business, what you do, you take over their lease. So on their lease, most of the times I've seen that there is a clause there. There is an option that if your sales there increase above this number, we're going to increase the rent by this much. But that's what hurts you, because always you try to make more, increase the sales, and what happens, they're going to increase the rent.
Right. It's like you're penalized for doing better in business.
Exactly.
You know, like obviously that's good for the real estate owner, the building owner, but as a restaurant, that is not good for you.
It's not good at all.
Okay. So I'm a big fan, kind of like when I was, so I'm 28, but when I was younger, I was ultra risky, right? Like super risky. I'm getting married in September, and I'm having kids thereafter. I think you have a couple of kids, right?
4 boys.
4 boys? Are you going to have another one for a girl or no?
We tried for another, but it came another boy.
That's crazy.
We don't know how to have girls. Boys.
That's so good. I feel like it's not very common anymore for people to have many kids, so it's like really cool that you have. Right.
It's expensive, but the thing is that in life, what you see that gives you more joy, do as much of it as you can. For example, me and my wife, we love kids.
Right.
So we had as much as we could.
There you go.
If we were not as busy as we are with these restaurants, we would love to have more kids.
Sure.
Because you're not gonna leave nothing behind beside kids that they're gonna have your last name. They're gonna have a story of you to tell. They're gonna talk about you. Buildings, money, they can lose it overnight.
Right.
They go, they gamble.
It typically lasts 3 generations and then it's gone. It's like literally gone.
So better have kids. Kids are a blessing.
That's so awesome.
Kids are a blessing. When you go home, you see them, how they grow, how they talk, how they approach to life. It makes you forget about everything else and just enjoy watching them.
That's so good.
Kids are a blessing.
Well, it's so interesting. I think in like, I don't know, American culture specifically, like the Midwest is great, right? But people are just so career focused and so career driven. So it's really cool to see you have this and have Phil's and also have 4 kids. Like, does your wife work in this restaurant business with you, or?
Yeah. My wife, she's here with me every day.
Nice.
She's an accountant as a profession, but you can't manage two places by yourself. Plus, for the kids, we are blessed that my mom and my mother-in-law, they help us a lot.
Good for you.
They live with us.
You're living the dream.
Yeah.
Literally, like, you have a really solid, that's awesome.
Me, with myself and my wife, we have, like, if you try to do good with everybody, if you try to do your best, not try to be a mean person, try to be right, honest, no cheating, no cutting, no stealing, God will give it to you. So as long as you are straight person, not today, but for sure tomorrow, you're gonna have your blessing.
That's so awesome.
Just keep working, be honest, and be good person. That's what matters.
That's so good. I love that. So yeah, that's all really fabulous, and that's good to hear. So let's dive into a little bit more about this business, I guess. Can you tell us a little bit about where we're at, where we're sitting, kind of the story behind this? I know you were kind of going into it when you bought the building, but do you just want to continue down that path?
Yeah. So we bought the building, and our idea was, these were two buildings together. They were operating like a pizza place, Phil's Pizza. They were having the dining room, the party room, and pick-up delivery. So when Corona hit, the previous owners that we bought it from, they turned it only to pick-up delivery, as it has been before, because Phil's Pizza has been around for 50 years. Previously, they had it only pick-up delivery. They moved here to 5800 North Milwaukee Avenue 19 years ago, and they had it for 19 years, pick-up delivery, dine-in. Then, since 2019 till 2022 that we took over, they had it only pick-up delivery. So as they had it originally the years before they moved here.
Sure.
And that was our plan. When we came, we wanted to keep the pick-up delivery business because it's a really good pizza and people love it around. And that was our plan, to move it to the corner when it was the previous kitchen there. And then the new space, have it as the breakfast and lunch, what we wanted. And that's how it started. We did finish that side, we completed that side, then we moved it to this side.
Nice.
So it's been like we had to remodel that side and build from scratch this other side.
Got it. That makes sense.
It took almost, that side not as much, but this side took around 2 years.
Around 2 years for all of this stuff that they can see back here. I mean, when you walk in this place, so I live kind of like across the street right there, right? And the first time I walked in here, I was like, this is done really, really well. Like the colors, I don't know if you had an interior designer, if you did it yourself. Like it is really homey. It feels warm. It feels comfortable. It feels very nice. And I feel like there's always like different feelings for different restaurants. And now I'm just talking as like a customer.
Yeah.
So there's always different feelings, and this one gives like a really solid, good feeling. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like if I go to Brandy's across the street right there, like it's a way different feeling. I don't really want to stay in there and sit there. Like it's not very inviting, but this is good. Like Anna and I came here, my fiance, and we were like, this place is amazing.
Yeah. So the thing that you said, that if you want to do something, you just focus on doing what you're doing. So we did trust our designer, Anne. She was our designer. We did express her our ideas, what we wanted, and a good professional, what they do, they listen to you, and they implement their professionality into paper and reality. Because I could have all these ideas, but if I don't know how to sort them, they cannot combine with each other.
Right.
So that's what she did. She heard us. Me and my wife, my wife, she's super picky, Me, I like the general picture. She's more into details, my wife, Eva.
Me too.
And that's what happened. We talked with a designer. She did her job. We did let her do her job. At the beginning, this wasn't what we were imagining. But then as you let them do their job, the final product, you see that.
I think that brings up a really good point, like trusting people in their professions, right?
Exactly.
Like everybody's been burned because they trusted an accountant one time and then they owe a quadrillion dollars on taxes. You know what I mean? So it's like you kind of got to sit back sometimes and just let them work and do their magic. And if you picked the right person, you vetted a couple people, you talked to a couple different designers, and you know what I mean? It's exactly. So interesting. I like that approach.
So, but I should say that in construction industry, it's really hard to find good people.
100%.
Super hard. We went through hell with everybody beside the designer.
I flip property, I renovate property.
It's hell.
Everyone always trying to rip you off, not finish, asking for more money up front.
And I don't get it how this much money it's trusted on these unprofessional and uneducated people. I don't get it. Yeah. I don't get it how this works, because usually in America, what I've learned is that how much you risk and how much you work, you're gonna get rewarded for that.
Right.
Nobody's gonna steal that from you.
Right.
But in this industry, I don't get it. It doesn't work, this equation.
I feel like America has put a really big emphasis on white collar. You know what I'm saying? Do you know that, like white collar, blue collar? Like blue collar is like physical work, like plumbers, construction, etc. Like everybody's trying to go have that office job, that desk job, like financial. I don't know. Maybe that has something to do with it, but that's my interpretation of it, because, I mean, it's so interesting dealing so much in construction, but how I always try to do it is there's a massive charge up between like the materials and the labor, right? Like they'll try to charge you 5 times the cost of materials. So I always ask for receipts. I'm like, hey, you're going to give me the receipts for all these materials, so I'm not getting any upcharges on the materials, and then I'll pay your labor rate.
Exactly.
But then it's like, okay, well then they don't show up, and then they're asking for more, another draw, and it's just like.
What I think is that because America is so big, this country is so big, for a liar and not a good person, it takes more than their lifetime for the bad word to spread. Because me now, I don't have time now to talk and to interpret and to give an opinion and leave a review for a plumber, for an electrician.
You're right.
So for these guys to get out of the market, it takes a lifetime, because it's not like in my country, it's small country, right? Small cities, and the bad word spreads. If a person is bad, he does a bad job, it's gonna be known in the city for a month. But here, it takes a lifetime.
And it's so interesting too, because you have to invest so much energy in talking and communicating with other people, saying how bad of a job they did. Like you have to go out of your way to leave a Google review or a Yelp review, or like tell their friends like, hey, this person ripped me up. Like it takes so much energy and effort to just spread
you don't
that.
have
so
that.
That's valid. That's
when you are here, you got to be on top with operation every day. You got to be on top with competition, with advertisement, everything.
Right.
And you don't have time to do that. So they move on.
Right. So what were some pain points, or what struggles did you have with your construction in this business? And the only reason I ask is because if somebody that is looking to open their own restaurant, like if you can help them, I think you're like, they're going to love you for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The thing is that everybody got to be on top of, you got to be on top of everybody. But one thing that they're going to try to tell you is that they're going to try to convince you that you are wrong. Mm-hmm. But if your senses, they tell you that you are not wrong, don't give up. Push them, ask from them to do the right thing. Because we don't expect that we are perfect, but at least you're going to be in peace with your mind, that you did whatever you thought it was right. And you didn't do what they forced you to believe it was right.
Right.
So
Nobody's going to care more about your business than you.
Exactly. For example, I'll give you a stupid example. You see these columns up?
Mm-hmm.
This guy was telling me this was a little bit more left, and I was telling him I want them straight because I want the whole idea that these are beams.
Mm-hmm.
He was telling me, no, but that's a different room for this side. He was telling me, no, that's a different room. And I told him, it could be different building, but my vision is this.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to go a week. You see, from that room, this divide here, this room.
Mm-hmm.
And it took us a week to convince him to do it right.
Really?
So in 100 ways, they'll try to cut corners. But in the same way, 100 times, you should not give up.
Interesting.
Just stick with your plan, with your idea.
What is the reason that you wanted the beams? Like, so could you dive into that a little bit more? Because it feels nice in here. And
yeah, so we wanted to create two different environment, two different ambiences. We wanted that as a fresh, sunny, because I come from a seaside city in Albania, the fresh, the sun, the light. Then here we want it a little bit more like dinner kind of, because here we use it also for parties.
Mm-hmm.
And when people come and they party, they like a little bit more chic, more darker colors. So the beams, they give you the idea that you are in a warmer, cozy ambience.
Now that you just explained that, like it totally makes sense because it feels that way.
Yeah, especially on the night when people come, they have their birthdays, baby showers, and when the lights, the curtains are down, the lights, they do really nice atmosphere.
That's super awesome. That's very interesting. What are some other unique things about this place that you put a lot of thought into like that? Because the average person like myself, right? I'm not in the I'm not in the restaurant business. Like I have no idea, but like you really know that. Like it does feel that way. So what are some other tips and tricks or things that you did in here?
Here we didn't try to save on quality on none of the stuff. For example, table-wise, we chose the butcher block that is the highest of quality. Silverware-wise, we chose Bon Chef, that's the top quality in restaurant business. Construction-wise, we did everything the right way. We chose because when we asked the designer for the wallpaper, we asked her which one lasts longer, which one is it's strong, quality-wise, how it looks. And when you try something that's been in the market for a long time, of course you're going to pay a little bit extra, but that time in the market tells you
they perfected their product.
These guys know what they're doing.
Right.
So choose the right product. Don't try to be cheap short term because it's going to cost more in long term. A broken car is going to cost you more than a brand new car. So.
Right.
But you learn this as you go, as you move on. So.
What were some of the mistakes early on in your restaurant business that kind of that led you to this point? Like, if you could go back and remember, like, hey, that one really messed me up. Like, I failed here, but I got through it, and here I am now. Like, what are some of those things?
No, failure, you can't say, you learn from the problems. You learn from difficult situations. You should be thankful that you had those situations. The only thing is that you should not give up. Everything in this life, it's a battle of nerves. Who has stronger nerves, he's the one who's going to survive. It's a battle of nerves, that's it. Don't give up, because for sure, if you're not going to give up, the other guy is going to give up. But if you give up, the other guy is going to gain from you.
He's going to win.
Exactly.
So something that's going on in my life right now. So I have a couple rental properties, and one of my rental properties, the tenants started a fire. Right. So the whole entire property is vacant right now. We had to get the tenants out of there. It's inhabitable. Like, it's fried, really burned. And I'm going through it with the insurance company right now. Insurance company comes out, they're doing their inspection. So they haven't released it to us yet, but I'm very interested to see what happens. I feel like insurance companies are always trying to not pay out, not pay the claim, etc. Yeah. Right? It's a very interesting game. But so that's
don't give up, just push.
Right. Well, I think it's such a blessing because so many people never get to go through that experience. Yeah. So now I can use it as like a tool. Like, hey, I'm in the real estate space. I'm a realtor. If I sell your property and a fire happens, I know exactly what to do because I went through it. Whereas all these other people have no idea. You know what I mean? Like they're going to be like, I don't know, sell the property. You know, it's like, it's such an interesting thing. So I love failing. I know you don't call it failing, but I want to go through hardship. Situations. I want to go through that real fast. Yeah. And I want it to happen when I'm young so that I can carry that knowledge with me for the rest of life. Because like nowadays, like, I don't know, you have 4 kids, they're probably going to have grandchildren at some time, right? It's like life becomes very long. You live till 100 nowadays. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the sooner that you can go through those tough experiences, I feel like you're really at an advantage, in my opinion. Of course.
Yeah. That's the main thing. Just learn, be open-minded, hear more than you talk. My grandmother told me that have more, that's why God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. So hear more and talk less.
Absolutely. Yeah. So what is it like running a restaurant like this for somebody that isn't in the industry, right? Like I can't imagine ordering the food and having the staff, like all the operation side of it. Could you dive into that a little bit and like what that's like?
Yeah. Operating, and there's a couple things. It's owner operator or just owner. Me, myself, I choose to be owner operating, to own the business and operate it myself. Because there's a lot of things going on. And the way you take care of your things, it's hard, or I'll say, in my opinion, impossible to find somebody to take care the same way for your business. I have tried before with managers. It doesn't work. So, because it's a lot of things. In restaurants, all the details matter. The first and the last thing is the customer. First thing, they open the day for you, they close the day for you. You gotta be there for them. You gotta give them the highest quality in the table. You gotta put the highest product, the best quality, the highest standard. You gotta be there. When you see that they are looking for something, you gotta be there. For example, one of your servers couldn't be there because we got hit with a rush, for example. You gotta be there. You gotta be the server. You gotta be the
problem solver. Putting out all the fires.
Exactly. Because always in a restaurant, there is something that is not gonna be perfect. You should be there, that eye, those 2 hands, those 2 foot, to be there and solve that problem before becoming a problem. So you should be there to take care of the situation and make the customer happy.
That's awesome.
Because it's because of them that we are here.
Right. And I feel like just from an outsider, I guess, perspective, I feel like it's probably super interesting, right? Because each individual person is a different, like they care about different things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the reason that, one of the largest reasons I love your restaurant, it's like I'll plant my flag in this. So I run marathons and I'm training for an Ironman, right? So after my runs on Saturday, Sunday, I order a skillet. Like it's a great portion size. I get the pancakes on the side and then I put the pancakes, I upgrade them to like blueberry or a banana or whatever. And it is like phenomenal. The portion size there when I'm like starving after I ran 20 miles is like perfect. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so like for me, that's like a really wholesome experience that your restaurant has given me that is tough to find anywhere else, you know? Yeah. So I don't know, like, but each person cares about something different.
Yeah. No, we like to, for example, we like people to be, so they appreciate the price that we put on our product. We don't want the customers to feel that, oh, this guy is expensive, oh, this guy put cheap products. No, we want to give you a little bit more than what you pay for, because we like for us you to be so a little bit more happy,
right,
and appreciative, rather than us to have 50 cents more in our pocket. Better you have 50 cents of our profit and talk about us the way that we appreciate your business, rather than us having a little extra profit, because we want you to talk about us, because that's the way we think. It's better for us to have more customers rather than one and an expensive price.
Well, so I'm talking about your restaurant all the time, right? Yeah. Like I go, so every Sunday we typically go to my fiance's family's house for like dinner, right? And every time this restaurant comes up, because I was like, oh, I had for breakfast North Cafe. And they go like, oh, how far did you run? Whatever. So it's like built into my process now, which is fabulous. Yeah. But I'm out there like talking about it. And I think it's interesting that you brought that up, because I feel like you're doing the opposite of every other restaurant right now, right? In my opinion, as an outsider, again, not knowing much about the restaurant business, but like all the franchises I feel like are just trying to maximize profit, get skinny, like decrease portion sizes. Whereas you're on the other side, like doing the opposite.
Their idea is only numbers. Our philosophy is to build connection with people, to be trusted in them. So we build on them a name that says all these things that we are putting in. I want the customer that when it comes to our restaurant, they feel appreciated. They feel we thank them for coming, and we give them the best we can, from the door that they walk in, to the plate, to the table, to the portions, and to the money that we charge by the end. So we care more about the relationship, emotional relationship with the customer, rather than the monetary, the dollar amount that we put on the product. Because if all that we did was going to go through everything was going to be charged like properly, there's no amount in this world that could pay our energy that we have put in this place, our thoughts, our years, non-sleeping nights, months, I'll say, till we came to the point to decide to open the place. Because we went through hell with construction, but we went through hell the same way to build up all the menu, all the items, all the portions, all the tastes of the menu. So we want people to feel that we put it, whatever we had in our head, in our soul, in our pocket, we put it here, and we appreciate them, that they appreciate what we have done. So this is the most important, is the feeling that you get from the customers, rather than the money.
Sure.
The money today, tomorrow, after 1, 2, 3 years is gonna come, but if they don't know who you are, they're not gonna trust you more, to give you more business. So they gotta know you, that you are honest, you do your best, you don't cheat, you take care of them, because there's always difficult situation in a restaurant, but the way you handle them, it matters a lot. We all make mistakes, but the way we handle the mistakes, that's what matters more.
Interesting.
A plate, a $20 plate, $15 plate, it doesn't make me poor or the customer poor. It makes the customer upset. So you should be more open-minded. The plate doesn't hurt you, but an unhappy customer hurts you more.
Very interesting. So can you walk me through like how you built your menu? Like how does a restaurant build a menu like you have? You know what I mean? Are you hiring people to kind of mix and match these different flavors? Like, can you walk me through that?
So what you do, you hire outside chefs. These are expensive chefs, really expensive chefs. And what you do, you show them, because you have in your head couple restaurants that you love, couple dishes from here, couple here, couple here. And you go with these chefs through all this. And what they do, they work in the back and they bring it to you, so you taste them. So we had to go through 4 of these chefs, and we had to go through full payment through all these chefs, like really expensive ones, to come up to this menu. Because you want to put a good product, but if you don't know as a chef to pop the main characteristic of that product,
I feel like it's a science.
it is a science.
Like a taste bud,
Exactly.
like a palate,
If you
psychological,
combine, yes,
everything.
if you know how to pop the flavor. For example, I'm just taking like meats. In order for meats to pop, you gotta do the right combination. Because a meat by itself, it's gonna be called side of sausage, side of ham. But the way you combine the meats with other products, it makes them bring the flavor to a different level and a different flavor in a different group. So all this, you gotta go through a lot, testing. But the most stressful thing through this process is that it's not that you are building 1 or 2 plates. You are building 60 plates.
Right.
And all of this is like having 60 kids.
Right.
You gotta take care of them in every detail.
Okay.
How to be presented, how to be combined. Is it balanced? Is it not? So we thought that the battle was over when we finished construction, but it's like on the 12th round, you knocked out your opponent and you said, "Oh, that's over." No, man, this guy
Another fight.
he got up and they said another 12 rounds.
That's crazy.
It is,
so I
it's
mean,
tough.
when you talk about using 4 different chefs, what are those chefs called? Like, is it just like a specialty chef, you said? Or do they have a specific name?
Yeah, these are called, like, they build mostly menus. They have a lot of experience. They have their own restaurants. They help all these franchises to build up menus. So all they do is like build up menus.
Like a menu chef?
Yes.
Okay. So were you doing that here in Chicago? Did you go to a different city location or?
Yeah, we visited couple cities, restaurants in couple cities. In New York City we went, in Miami we had a reference for a really good restaurant, and a couple here in Illinois. And with these chefs we told them that what we wanted, and they come up with the ideas, they bring it to you, and then you talk with them. But what happens is that they give up. They give up because so in a way, people are not stupid. They understand when you are not satisfied with them. And the people with logic, they accept it, and they tell you that, sorry, I cannot fulfill your vision, so I'm backing up. Couple of them did this, couple of them we had to let them go till the point that we said that we are here, so we gotta open, we're ready.
Very interesting. So you walked away from a couple people
Some of them
left. But how do you get somebody to finish the menu then?
So
you know what I mean? Like
with the first guy, what you do is like you work with him, you finalize like 2, 3, 4, 5 dishes.
Got it. So you can kind of do like 5 here, 5 here.
Exactly. So the first guy did 5, the second guy did another 5, 6, the third guy 7, 8, the fourth guy the remaining, then you finalize all of them.
Interesting. So you can kind of pick and match. Because I imagine if you have a specialty chef or a menu chef or whatever doing 60 dishes, like that's got to be exhausting. You know what I mean? So I feel like by 10, 15 they're like just whipping stuff out, like whatever. I don't know. It is
hard. Imagine for them doing 15 dishes. I imagine for us 60 dishes.
Right.
It's hard. It's super hard.
Very interesting.
Because at the same time, you gotta incorporate, beside your ideas, you gotta incorporate also the area's flavor, because you cannot go out of this world with crazy stuff that they eat only in Paris or Spain or Egypt, for example. So you gotta be a little bit more advanced, but not unrelated and unconnected to the reality.
Right.
So you gotta be there also a little careful.
Right.
Bring something new, but don't go out of this world.
Sure.
Because then you're not for this world, you are for outside.
What's one of those dishes that you have here that's kind of pushing and like moving towards the future, but also not leaving the...
Yeah, our crepes.
Crepes.
Crepes are something else.
Break that down for me. I'm very naive. What is it? Just because it's from... I think it's a European thing, right? Or is it?
It's a combination. It's a combination of European plus here the American style of crepes, but we have our own recipe that makes them much more flavorful and much more fluffier.
Very interesting.
Not like thicker fluffiness, but really flavorful.
What did you do with your pancakes? Did you do something different with your pancakes? Or?
Yeah, with pancakes too. We have our secrets with pancakes. You gotta combine the right ingredients in the right amount.
They're so good.
Yeah.
Okay, so crepes are a big thing. Pancakes. What would you say the most common like order is, or like what are you guys known for? Is there anything that you're known for when people come in? They're like, hey, I have to do this. Like, is there any of those things?
So the thing is that we have some top selling items. Mm-hmm. But the thing is that people here, they start coming for breakfast, but when they try lunch items, they cannot differentiate which one is better, the lunch or breakfast. So on our products, I wouldn't dare to separate one from the other, because all are done with the best products. And here our main thing is that we have integrated the French style of cooking cuisine with all this American diner sense of the restaurant. Here we don't cook with random oil. Here we cook with clarified butter. So we take the butter and we get the best out of it. That's why everything it's fresh, and it's not. We don't cut corners. That's the thing.
Well, that's been the name of the game, from the design to the
exactly
to the food to the
because
kitchen.
We want to feel comfortable with ourselves. We want to feel that we did the best. Now let the customer evaluate our job.
Very interesting. So how do you kind of bring that to the team, right? Like, so you have a team working here, whether it be the chefs or the servers, or I don't even know who else, but how do you translate that to the team as a leader in the restaurant business?
So everything is a process. At the beginning, they don't know you. At the beginning, they don't know your vision. At the beginning, they don't know your character. They don't know who you are, what you value the most. And as the time passes, you know them, they know you. So it's still you gotta be patient. So give them space to know you, but they should also open their mind and their heart to let you get into them. Like, let them they accept you and you accept them, but in your way and them in their way. So it's like a relationship you build with your employees. Some of them, they come from a different they have restaurant experience, all of our staff. None of them has no restaurant experience, but they come from a different mentality. And the restaurant business is really tough. And what I like my employees to learn from me is that I appreciate more the teamwork. I appreciate more we jump for each other. For example, if a difficult situation is occurring, let's not try to
avoid it.
Let's not try to make it bigger, rather than be helpful to the situation, so we take care of that. Because it's easy in a restaurant for a small situation to become bigger. It's very easy because you are stressed everywhere.
Give me an example of like a situation where that would be the case.
Water spilled on the floor. This is a small thing, but it's bigger things than this. A water spill on the floor, there's no need to rush. There's no need to make it like the end of the world happen.
Like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to spill.
No, yeah, exactly.
You could almost just like glide over it like nothing happened.
Exactly. You get me, the manager, or you spill the water on a customer, or you spill coffee. These are things that, you know, that it's a little bit more serious.
Right.
Or you make a mistake. The customer makes a mistake on the food. Kitchen makes a mistake on the food. You don't have to add extra weight on the problem.
Right.
Let the problem, if it's not your authority, don't do nothing. Come to me, I take care of it. But if it's in your authority, don't add the weight.
Right.
Try to solve a little bit of it. If you cannot solve it all, let me know.
Right.
So the problems should be solved like with calmness, not with more stress. Right. If you add more stress to a problem, you're going to make a bigger problem. Mm-hmm. We all make mistakes.
Right.
But let's deal with a mistake the right way. So
that's interesting. I think that I generally have that approach to life and anything, right? Like, it's always crazy to me when I see people blowing things out of proportion and making it this big, massive deal, or like you said, throwing fuel on the fire. It's almost like nothing matters sometimes. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense, but sometimes it's just like, it doesn't matter because you can't change it. It happened. Move forward and move through it. Like, does it really matter?
Exactly.
I don't know, you know, so
yeah.
Very interesting there. Can we dive a little bit into the staffing side of it? Because I feel like sometimes, like you said, with construction, the restaurant industry has the same thing. Like, oh, it's tough to get good employees. They're not showing up on time. How have you navigated that? And what would you suggest for other restaurant owners in that case? It's a common question that I hear.
Yes. So the thing is that I don't see the solution of firing and hiring. I see the solution of hiring, keeping them, training them, educating them your way. Because firing is gonna lead you to only one point, that you're gonna be good on hiring and firing. You're not gonna be good on keeping people. The people, like all of us, we change, but the change doesn't come that easy. But if you insist on a good change, it's gonna come. Just don't give up. You know, you gotta approach to your employees the right way. You gotta approach to your customers the right way. So all this builds a culture that is gonna present your name. This is what I have in my vision of myself and my restaurant and my business. Keep your staff, don't change them, work with them, because you already invested a lot on them. Let them know that you are not there to become a millionaire or billionaire out of their overwork. Let them know that you are there to make everything easier, so we all go home and enjoy our family. Because at the end of the day, we're going to close this and we're going to go enjoy our family. So let's make it easier, not harder.
Interesting. So I used to work at a restaurant in Madison, Wisconsin. It was on the 9th floor of the hotel, so the top floor it had open seating out on a balcony. It was, I would say, the nicest restaurant in the city at the time. And I saw a lot of people coming and going, then coming back, and it's like, okay, they had this life change, but then they want to come back and work there. So is that kind of what you mean? Like if their life changes in a way, like maybe they don't work for 6 months, but then they have a spot to come back to, or?
No, for example, employees, they make mistakes. You should approach to them to the way that not to do the same mistake again. So they learn from their mistakes. There's always a limit. You should tell them which is your limit, not to pass that limit. If an employee doesn't show up on our busiest day, that is Sunday, 1, 2, 3 times, that means that this guy is going to do it for the 4th time. But if an emergency happens, you got to be understandable.
Got it.
But if an emergency becomes a normality, then this is not...
It's not an emergency.
Exactly.
Right.
So these are the things. If somebody leaves on a regular basis, like they leave because they have a situation, and it's a really good employee, they come back after 6 months, of course they are more than welcome. Because they left for a reason, they didn't leave because they wanted to, and they're going to leave again.
Right.
It happened,
Sure.
They had to.
Sure.
So this is my philosophy, You should be more of a relaxed employer rather than a stressed, oh my God, I'm going to go to work now. No, you got to go to work because we all have to work.
Right.
We got bills to pay.
Right.
But let's make it work
Right.
the right way.
Right.
Exactly.
So kind of coming up on the last couple thoughts here, what advice would you have? Because I feel like a lot of people want to get into the restaurant space, right? Everyone's like, oh, like I want to start a restaurant, or I've been thinking about, a lot of business people I feel like want to invest in a restaurant. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I want to invest in this restaurant. What advice do you have to them in order to get the ball rolling to get started?
It's, as far as I've seen, it's not easy restaurant. It's super hard. It's super hard. You got to be here every day. There's no days off, no holidays. But the advice is that if you feel that you are people guy, you like people, you like the smile on their face when you give good product, that I experienced it when we opened the restaurant. People were appreciating our effort. If you like that connection with customers, that they come, they celebrate, they're having fun moments, go for it. Everything is difficult, not only restaurant. All the fields are difficult if you want to do something really good. So people are gonna have really good opinion about your job. So if you like something, do it. It doesn't matter, restaurant, real estate, just do it. Don't stop, learn from mistakes and move on.
Right. I feel like a lot of people want to get into the restaurant space because of ego, and not so much because of like the craft that and the appreciation that you seem to have for it. It's more of like I want to own this restaurant and say it's mine because I want this special table in the corner and I want to be treated like a king. You know what I mean? That's how I interpret it, because
that's
I feel like
that's movie style.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that.
Right.
In a restaurant, you can lose millions in couple months. And you can lose even more millions after you finished the first couple millions. Because the blood that the restaurants, it's bleeding, if it's not successful and if it's not right, it's not 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. It's hundreds of thousands a month.
A month?
Of course. Starting from payroll, starting from bills, starting from insurances, all the food that you gotta...
I was going to say, like, food
all
goes
the
bad,
advertisement
right?
that you gotta do. If you lose big in restaurants. You don't lose. That's why the failure rate is really high, because people think it as a joke. No. Here, you bleed your blood in order to stop the big bleeding of this investment. It's not that easy. Me, I don't see my kids that they grow on a regular basis, and I invest my time here because I gotta be here. I should be here because that's how I see it. A lot of people, they have experience with multiple locations, hundreds, 200 restaurants. I don't believe that. Me, I like to do one, maximum two like I have. That's even now it's a little bit too much. But do one and do it right. That's it. Be there every day. If you want more income, invest in something in passive income. But don't do the mistake of opening the same more and more and more, because you're going to lose rather than gain. Stay there, whatever. If you want to make more money, invest in passive income, real estate, that it doesn't need you there. But don't do the mistake of multiple locations. One and good one, and that's it.
That's very interesting. So I lived in Miami. You said that you were down there for one of your menu chefs.
Yeah.
That has a very, I feel like, unique restaurant kind of situation and space and culture. I see crazy high-end restaurants popping up all over the place. You know what I mean? And it's like, I look at it and I'm like, how do these places, with the cost of things, right? The cost of rent, the cost of utilities, insurance, everything you just mentioned, how are they turning a profit? I don't know. What's your take on the Miami food and restaurant culture and space?
We love, because their restaurants are influenced more from the South America countries, and that's a really nice addition to the American culture of restaurants. So that's a really good touch that they have of that culture. So they have really good fresh plates. Couple of our plates are from one of couple of good restaurants in Miami. So because their weather needs fresh and really good quality ingredients. A little bit colder weather needs more meat, a little bit more
heavy, right?
Exactly, yeah.
So it's light and heavy.
Exactly. You gotta combine those because a lot of people now they don't want to eat that heavy. But as yourself, when you come out of a sports event that you run so many miles, you need to eat something heavy.
Right.
So you gotta have all these combinations.
That's very interesting. So the weather does play a part.
Oh yeah.
So I guess that makes sense because some people have winter menus, summer menus, spring or whatever. The menus kind of rotate like that. Yeah, that's very, very... What are some other unique things that we see here in the Midwest that maybe not the rest of the country sees?
Here we have really good skillets.
You do, for sure, yeah.
So that's our main focus. Since we are here, we got to do the best skillets.
Very interesting.
And we are really good in skillets.
Why is that? Is it just portion size? What?
Yeah, portion size plus our hash browns are homemade.
So good.
It takes a lot of work, a lot of labor hours to make the hash browns homemade and the right way.
That's very interesting.
So you gotta do, that's what I said, you gotta do things right. Don't cut corners.
That's awesome. Awesome, Al. Well, I appreciate it. Is there anything else you wanted to add kind of before we wrap it up, or?
No, the only thing I want to say to everybody is that follow your dream and be honest on your relationship with your business, with your customers, because sooner or later they're going to find out who you are. So better for you to be good with yourself first, and then the others, they're going to find out that you are good. But if you try to be smart, cut here, save there, no. you're gonna come out the your real face. So don't cut corners, please.
It's some great advice. All right, Al, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank
We
you very
appreciate
much.
it.